Hi guys, welcome to the short video about what I recommend to do when you're using a password manager to make it much more safe. There are actually two things which you have to do. I've been talking to support of my password manager, which is Dashlane. Yeah, I've always been a little bit worried about when these things work as a plugin from like Chrome or other browser. So I've been talking to them, how can we prevent like phishing attacks, and yeah, they've been saying, yeah, okay, just remove it as a plugin, but they didn't give me more advice. But I think it's a good thing, because a lot of scams or bad softwares come from plugins. So I think it's a good advice to only run this password manager as desktop apps on Windows 10 instead of using plugins. And the second thing, that's my personal advice, and I think that's a really good one. I mean, for me that works. Maybe there are some other opinions on that, but I've actually never heard about that. But what I'm doing, I always create a link to my password manager in the taskbar. So what's the idea behind that? So when you are restarting your PC, you usually have to re-log in to your password manager here, Dashlane, and you have to give your credentials. But how can you know that this is really your password manager? Sometimes you are not starting it right at the beginning, but you are starting to use like Chrome or other browser, and then you need a password, and then the password manager jumps in. But of course it won't apply directly passwords. It will ask for the master password for the password manager, and then such a window pops up and asks you for your credentials. But how can you be sure that this is really your password manager? I mean, this could be any other program. I mean, when you download something like free tool, they could add something like that, which looks like Dashlane or any other password manager, and then you give your credentials, and then they will log in online instead of you and steal all your passwords. So I mean, it's not that easy, but it's for me it seems like it's a huge risk. And what I did, again, I'm putting always a link to the password manager down here in the middle and not on this side, because you see, when you're invoking the password manager, when you don't have a shortcut here and you're invoking this, it will show up here on the right side. Something sometimes just like white, sometimes but just with with an icon. So when it's here as a new icon, there's nothing you can see. I mean you can go here and get some information, but there's not much more. It says Dashlane. Yeah, everybody, I mean every program can say I'm Dashlane. So how would you know that this is really Dashlane? But it looks totally different when you create a shortcut here. I'm going to show you that. So this is how you do. You hit the Windows key and then start typing your password manager name like Dashlane, and you right click on that, and usually you can use that pin to taskbar. I mean, as long as you have been installing just lately, you didn't have any problems, or you really know at the moment you have done like virus scanning, everything is good, everything is safe, you can use that as an alternate way. You can use the file location, but sometimes it doesn't work. Like here in this case, it's a little bit difficult because it's in a start menu, roaming start menu. I don't even know what that exactly means, but of course you can also pin it from here, pin to taskbar. So yeah, from here it's not so good. I don't know why it's not in C programs, program 64, whatever. So but anyway, yeah, for me just the most important thing is that do it in a quiet moment where you feel your system is really doing good, it's safe, you haven't done crazy things, you haven't done crazy installations, or you have been doing a huge search on sites which you do not trust. So if everything has been stable for a long time, so make sure that you do it in such a moment So after pinning it to the task manager, let's say we have it here, yeah, just move it a little bit to the left side where it makes most sense, maybe close to other things which are about security, like virus scanner, VPN or so, but just don't leave it on the right side, because there are always the new programs there. And then you can double click and log in. Here, I don't know, it looks like as long as I'm not logged in, it's showing a white page. When I'm logged in usually, or after logging in successfully, it will show the Dashlane icon, so I know what it is. And so then next time when you go to a browser and you need your password, and the password manager is realizing that it could provide passwords, but you first have to log in, it will show something like that. You have to go a little bit down. You can see this is blue underlined. You can see automatically that this is this program here. So it must be the program which you put here, and it's not just any kind of new program or program task which is popping up. So you really know for 100% sure it's the one thing which you have been selecting and installing and putting it here. And so you can be sure that whenever you enter your credentials here, it won't be stolen. It goes to your password manager only, and not to any scammer or phishing site. So this is my recommendation, and it worked for me so far. I'm feeling a little bit more safe, definitely. Yeah, I haven't found anything about that. Maybe you're doing it in a similar way, or you have found another trick. Would be really interesting to learn from you what you're doing, but I still hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or better solutions, just let me know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.